Vigor Warriors 2 and the 1% Club. Warriors, I've been extremely busy with moving my little warriors, have their own house. So we had to move a lot of stuff, so I haven't had a chance to do one every day. I try to do one every couple days here, but starting next week again, schedule gets busy, but I'll try to get something done every morning if I can. If not, we'll try to do something every evening. Kind of get you guys continue to think about this, and don't give up, guys. Continue, warriors, to continue to conquest not only yourself, others around you under God's purposes, and always great to be able to communicate with you guys again. Shoutouts, Dirtymint, cool shirt. He likes my shirts, not this one, but the other ones that I had, the flower ones. I appreciate that. Thank you, Dirtymint. I appreciate that. Kenshiro, thank you. Zesphirous Network, talking about chemical castration, salute, sexual addiction. I'll have to think of that because I'm not sure about that. Does it stop lust and desire? I don't know. So it's a good question. We'll look at it and see. Brotherboldly, armor of God. Absolutely, we need the armor of God when it comes to temptation. Those things around us to be able to continue to keep our energy, our seed, for as long as we can until we really actually want to use it ourselves and to distribute it. Harold Merewether, again, dealing with aggressive males. Yes, you're going to have males who sense and know your power. They sense your masculinity, and they're going to be jealous. They're going to be upset. They can be threatened. So you just have to be aware of this and actually just continue doing your own thing. Don't initiate any kind of discussions. Don't initiate those type of situations. Get away from those situations. But don't, obviously, have to defend yourself. You will. But you're going to have that. The women will be craving after you, and the men will not be happy, most of them, because they recognize the power you have, and they don't have it. And they have no clue what's happening, why they don't have it. Suman Vadav, foods and semen retention. We'll talk about that in another episode, but I like that. JO5 3pH, virgin. You know, my friend, being a virgin is a great thing. There's nothing wrong with that. I think that it's important to understand that you have to pick the right situation. But when you're doing this, obviously you're not having sex with other women. However, you have to be able to transmute the energy and not going ahead and releasing energy other ways. And so it could be a two-edged type of sword if you're not really kind of focusing on that releasing of energy that you need to transmute and keep within you. Patrick, Jankowski, day 10. Continue, my friend. Mark Anthony, we're going to talk about your topic today a little bit. Wayne Moore, Rob L, thank you, my friend. Psychomatic, 77 days. Don't feel hopeless. Do never give up. Continue to fight in battle. Continue to go day by day. That's why I always say battle on. I know it sounds crazy. The screams are crazy, but it's a basic idea of trying not to give up. Continue day after day. John Jennings, thank you. Moon Safari, the laws of cause and effect. Absolutely. I believe in those a great deal. Great comment. And Tomislov saying the beard is growing back. It is, my friend. It always does. I think part of the retention, obviously, is the testosterone kicking back in, the beard, the hair. Those things will always come back. So I appreciate all the comments. I appreciate what you guys are saying, and thank you guys very much. So at 3:50 here, let's talk about the topic. Mark Anthony had a question, and not a question, but a statement basically talking about that they will stare. So we're going to go back to this concept a little bit of why women stare at you and why it's important to understand this. And you have to make the final decision. You have to kind of decide where you're heading from that point on. But it's going to be noticeable. One of the things you have to kind of realize is once you start doing this, you're going to have benefits. And the benefits, again, we're talking about benefits of retention. And let's go back to square one, because a lot of times I don't get a chance to all the new subscribers and things that we focus on, kind of go back and ask some of the same questions. So let's kind of look at that for a second. Now, in the basic idea here, and I had 47 years of going back and forth on this, so it went through my mind back and forth. Now, I was using a book called Kelder's Fountain of Youth since 1998. And that has helped me gain some of my youth and energy back. But I was not focusing on the sixth exercise or the sixth idea that he had in his book. And that basically was retention, not having intercourse, keeping your energy, and transmuting it through your system. That was something I did not really believe in at the time for many, many years. Now I believe in it. I've been at 1,100 days or something like 1,150 days, something like that. And it just keeps getting better and better because you have a certain peace, a certain idea that everything is within you and you're working within your God and you don't need all these other things around you. Now, am I totally great on monk mode? No. But monk mode is something we should all be striving for because the idea is you want to be that stoic type person to be able to get the things done and put things in the right perspective. God is obviously first. Your family, the important people around you obviously are important as well. But the thing is, you're following God's purpose. And that's important when it comes to focusing on this. But because of what you're doing, because of the fact that you're not chasing women around, you're not just simping out for women, you're not basically trying to kind of please women all the time, and you're thirsty for women, you're going to get people who are going to go after you because they see you as an energy source. When it comes down to it, we are all energy sources. I go back to the physics that I teach the kids during the day. Everything is energy. Energy cannot be created, can't be destroyed. It just transfers into something. Almost like you have a piece of ice and you put water to it or you put heat to it, it transfers into water. And then eventually it evaporates into a gas. It just changes. It doesn't get destroyed. It may look like it's gone, but it really is not gone. The same thing happens with you, your energy. And so when people see the energy, and I go back to Kelder's book, he talks about 7 vortexes in your system that you keep spinning around by doing exercises. I've been doing them since 1998. And those things keep you moving energy-wise. It keeps your system, especially your core system, which is the key to a lot of what he was talking about and what I believe in fully, in developing that core in your system all the way from the top of your head to the bottom of your body. You are focusing on trying to build that energy, transmute it through your system so you're powerful throughout. You can stand any kind of disease. You can live a long, happy, prosperous life. No matter if you're in your 20s now, 30s, 40s, you will continue living a long time. Now, you may not see a dramatic difference in this until you actually get older. Because you're younger, you're going to have a lot of testosterone, you're going to have a lot of energy. You may not notice it, but you will notice the benefits of holding your seed in and not just throwing it out all the time. And one of those benefits is the fact that people will stare at you, especially women. Because women sense that energy. They cannot stop it. This is why, in the case with women, they'll be after anybody. They don't care if you're married. They don't care if you have 20 different girlfriends. They don't care. Because they feel unbelievable when they're around this type of energy. And when this person gives them energy, whether it's a validation energy, whether it's emotional, whether it's physical, they feel unbelievable. And they love and they crave that feeling because they don't feel it most of the time. They cannot find, a lot of these women find masculine men out there. So they settle for the simps, they settle for whatever they can find to make their life easier. But they really want is they want that person who's the dominant male, masculine, high-value male. And that's how you become that way through retention. Retention is a start. Because what you're learning is you're learning self-control. And they will stare at you because they see a man of self-control. They see a man who's working on himself. They see a man who every day is getting better and doing better things and moving ahead. Ambitious. They see a man who's not focusing on them, but focusing on everything else. The idea that you want to kind of focus on here is continuing bettering yourself. Now, why is it important they stare at you? Because you know that they're attracted to you. Now, Don't let this get to your head. I consider flattery. It's a nice flattering type of thing. But obviously, I'm in a situation where I have a wife and I'm focusing on goals and things like that. I have no time for all that other kind of stuff. But for some of you who are looking for an individual, a person to share time with, that's the type of idea. It's good to know that. It's good to know this person is interested in you. Now you have to kind of find out whether this person fits what you're looking for, fits that goal. Because you don't want to give energy to anybody unless you're confident enough that this energy is well spent. Because once again, it's being taken from you to someone else. That's why you can create a baby, a child, with your energy. And your energy can create that baby. So just imagine if you keep it in yourself, and you're not just, losing it all the time, like a lot of people do in the society, you're going to sit there and have tons of energy to do lots of great things. And I'm not saying to sit around and do nothing, but I'm saying go and do things. Exercise, better yourself physically, better yourself mentally, read, focus on your spiritual nature. All those things are important. They will continue to chase you. Now, they don't chase you sometimes in physical ways, though I've seen that happen as well. They chase you first psychologically. They're interested in you. They will let you know this. They're still hoping you're going to chase them. But because you're so goals-oriented, you won't. But they will give you that notion. This is why the stare is important for them. They will stare, and they cannot stop from staring. Especially when you look at them directly in their eyes, they're helpless, somewhat like a deer to headlights. Because they love the energy so much that they're willing almost to do anything for the energy. Because it's validation to them. They feel desired. And a woman feels desired by a man, a masculine man, that's what she's there. That's the greatest feeling she can have. And I've heard this for many, many women over the years. So the thing is, my friends, warriors, you have to focus on, if you're interested in finding that person, and I get a lot of emails, I get a lot of things telling me they're interested in finding that one person, and it's not hopeless. You'll continue to find that person if you're really looking to better yourself. Don't be looking for that woman. Don't be thirsting for that woman. That woman will appear because they sense you're a man of purpose. And that's what they're looking for. Focus, get away from the focus like we have in the society of chasing women around. This whole Disney idea that I always, dislike so much about the prince and the princess and all this other nonsense. The idea is all these women want to be queens and all that kind of stuff. Forget that nonsense. What they're looking for is somebody to give security, to give protection. They understand the world. They may say one thing, but what they're looking for is that masculine male. They may sit there and hang around with, whoever, what other warriors around. I won't even call them warriors, whatever person's around. But what they're really looking for is the warrior. And it's hard to find that warrior. So if you can become that person who's on task, who's got goals, who are achieving things, who are bettering yourself every day, you have no worries about getting people in your life that you want. The question will be what to do with them within your plan. Be careful of your losing your energy. But Mark Anthony's correct. They will stare at you. They will continue staring with you. They will flirt with you. They will do lots of things. You have to understand that so you know you're not caught off guard. Temptation and the devil is hard. The devil's going to try to tempt you any way they can. They may come out of left field. This person may come out of left field. The idea that you have to kind of look at this and say, okay, what am I going to do with this? What am I going to do with this situation, this person? Do I want to pursue something? Is this going to be beneficial for me? Or is it something I'm just doing to kill time? You never want to kill time. You always want to do something with your time that's profitable. All right, so Mark Anthony, thank you, my friend, for that comment. I appreciate that. I hope that it kind of sheds a little more light on this. And it's always great to go back and kind of talk to you guys a little more. I'll try to do more and more frequently again. But until we get all things settled and I get settled in a little bit with all the work assignments that I have, I will go ahead and kind of do this as much as I can to kind of keep you guys updated. I gotta go back and look at the shout outs and the comments you guys have made, add some topics, and do some things as we go along. All right, my friends. Well, that's enough for this evening. I will let everyone go. Always remember two things, my friends. First of all, every day is a new day to a great warrior, and each one of you is a great warrior. Never forget that. And number two, the reason we talk about this all the time is that Satan is around the corner, temptation is around the corner, and they're trying to make you weaker. And what we need nowadays, especially nowadays in the times we have, is strong, masculine males who are out there, who are continuing to be tough mentally, physically, and spiritually, and being able not to be tempted by the devil and continue to protect, provide for our country, provide for our nation, provide for our families, our communities, and be there as a strong, masculine, high-value male you are. And so because of that, we've got to continue to always